All right, guys, I know you've been taking strain out there. There's a song that came to mind that I want to dedicate from myself and the streets to you.
My hand away to my chest from hers. Dry your eyes, mate. I know it's hard to take, but her mind has been made up.
There's plenty more opportunities.
There's plenty more fish in the sea.
All right, okay, so dust yourselves off, get back on the horse, let's get this thing. So from the dominant trend, let's have a look at what we've been seeing. Naturally, with the dominant trend, it's very difficult to get this guy working for us when it's not broken a higher high or a lower low. So it's been keeping us under duress for the last 4 weeks, the last month. Guys, we've survived this market for a month. Uncertain trend has been our daily occurrence. Do you know how insane that is? Anyway, so for those reasons, I was waiting for price to break the 63,000. It hadn't until now. Well, it hasn't yet, to be honest with you. And we've been keeping this probability up, assuming downtrend. And I mean, if I zoom in, quite personally, I think it's still a possibility. But I'm going to take that away from now and let's go with the uptrend instead. So we said, all right, cheers, downtrend. You've been good to us. Not. Let's assume uptrend. Once again, not completely confirmed until we have price action above that price zone over there, which is a high 63,000. All right, so over here, must be less than that, 61,000. Me apologies. Okay, so right now, what we're looking at from the dominant trend perspective is we're seeing this third arc as a resistance zone. We also see some confluence on the bounce over here to the second arc, coming back down to retest this area and just being really, really boring and doing that little triangle action to get us to the 1/2 line. Okay, so now that we're here, what we're watching for is to see this price action migrate in that direction, okay? And hopefully get us to the 62 or 63,000 range, which I've had my beady eyes on for weeks now. Okay, so that's what the big daddy dominant major trend is telling us. So not what we do, because these candles are so thick and it doesn't really give us a ton of information other than what I've just described, we're going to go down to a lower cycle that's stitched into this from a time perspective and have a look what story we are seeing here. So right now we've got a higher low. There is some confluence along the 1/4 and the 1/2, some nice comfort zone over the initial kill zone, and then we're out here getting some resistance from the first arc. Okay, so our stop losses that we've been suffering through, because one stop loss is a lot in my books. I can't stand a stop loss. Maybe for you it's more acceptable because you're probably following free signals and whatever else you're doing, but I'm in the driver's seat of this. Okay, I'm in full control. So when a stop loss hits in my world, it's not a great look on me and a not great feeling either, because I completely own it. It's on me that the stop loss happened. I can't blame anyone else. So with that said, when there are 3 stop losses hit, it is a clear indication on the market saying, bud, you're not listening to me and you're not trading with trend. So for those reasons, I got with the picture and I said, okay, screw it. I haven't got confirmation from the dominant trend direction to say we're in uptrend yet, but I'm going to strip that other probability and let's work it out so that we are in uptrend. And that's exactly what we did. Okay, so on the basis that we're on an uptrend, and just to remind you, the future doesn't exist, so we work on probabilities. On the basis that the uptrend is where we are right now, we've got some solid confluence in the inner arcs and now travel along the 1/2, which will come into, from our projections, the 63,000 zone. So what's good about that is this 63,000 zone works well with our dominant trend chart, right? That's what you want. You want everything to stitch together to tell the same story. So we got that looking pretty good. Over here, we got the same. And then down, we've got some higher highs forming. And then on our projection read to over here. Now, just whilst we're talking about this, I don't necessarily need for price to go to that threshold for this to be a successful trade for me. I got on pretty early, so I'm 45, maybe 40% up on this trade, and for me that's a win. I'm happy with 40% on position, especially with the sizes of positions that we're putting in from institutional level especially. So everything's starting to line up for a change. That means we can start taking slow, calm, deep breaths and putting a smile on our face and re-entering this market with confidence once more. Guys, I'm not going to pretend it hasn't been tough. For us, it's been tough and we know what we're doing. So for the guys who don't know what they're doing, I can only imagine how absolutely excruciating this must have been. The good news is there's a silver line behind every cloud, I suppose, that touches the sun. Always, there's little asterisks to that saying. There's always the darkest before the dawn. The cliches, whatever the case may be. If you want to be like Florence and the Machines, just go and shake it off, and just get back into a position of power. Get certain, get clear, get focused. Forget about the past. It's been tough. Tough things happen. But let me tell you guys, those who stick to it, the guys who push through, the guys who don't break, the guys who remain strong and able to act in the mannerism that a champion needs to do, especially in this crazy market that we are so in love with. I mean, it's yeah. I mean, a truffle is a lot for most relationships. To all be in love with Bitcoin is it's a lot to deal with. Okay, whatever the story is. Anyway, so before I ramble on about truffles. I want to say that we're getting some confirmation back in play again. Still waiting for this break. That is exactly what is going to take us the distance. But so far we're getting a story that is now syncing up and in an uptrend. I don't need to tell you this. You know this. I say it all the time. In an uptrend, you buy low and sell high. And when you trade against trend, okay, look at these 3 losses. 3 losses. Blah! 3 losses, okay? The market will say, I'm going to punish you because you're not paying attention, you're not trading with trend. So make sure that you're trading with trend, because I think, in my opinion, not trading with trend equates to 90% of the losses of what traders experience out there, okay? So now that we've got trend, we make them profits. So stick around and let's make that happen. On that note, let's have a hello to our new friends today. Yesterday's friends as well. There's another 10 guys came through. I can't pronounce all the names, but let's choose 1 or 2 to say wayo. Okay, Jay Keeley is easy enough. Ja, Clucent. Anyway, so some interesting characters in the mix now. Welcome, guys. I hope you like what you see. We work hard on this end to bring you the best, and let's do this together, guys. It's been tough. You've stuck around. You've stuck it through. The journey is far from over. There are a ton of opportunities on their way to us, and just keep patient, keep strong, keep persistent, and then bam, it's going to drop, and then it's going to be exciting, and we're going to celebrate as one big happy family. Okay, that's it for now. That's it for today /now. I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. Ciao.